Hey buddy, it's Crazy9 and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. In the last one, we went through All-Star mode, running through as Zero Suit Samus, and actually got a new challenge as her as well. In this episode though, we're going to be heading through All-Star mode, running through as, of course, Pit, the angel from the skies. So for Pit's palette swap, I like a lot of them, but I'm gonna go again as my favorite one, that being the dark one, the dark pay one. It just looks so freaking cool. So I'm very excited to play as this one. But Pit, yeah, is a character I have picked up from also Coliseum. I feel like we never play Coliseum. That's crazy. I think this might be the first time I actually played it. Maybe I'm mistaken about that, but I'm pretty sure it is, so pretty cool. But yeah, Pit, I don't really play like ever. I mean, maybe from time to time. Very, very briefly, I might pick up the character for a second. He's fun. He's definitely a lot of fun. Him and his clone Dark Pit, they are both very, very enjoyable. Very, very fun characters to actually like play as for here and there. I do like sorry, not Dark Pit. I do like Pit a lot back in Brawl. He was a lot of fun back in Brawl. And I think I have some friends who actually like do sort of like enjoy Pit back in Brawl. He was like a different beast, but he was like so freaking fun in that game. Oh my gosh. I think that might be like just his best iteration, like by far. But Smash 4 and Ultimate Pit is like still like really good. Like those two iterations are still like massively like underrated, I feel. But yeah, Pit, I think there was a time in like early Ultimate, like in the first like month or so of Ultimate being out, I did try, I think I mentioned this before, and like maybe like classic mode, just like in a previous episodes. But I did have at one point both Pit and Dark Pit as like my possible mains for the game, right? I had a few characters lined up who I would like to have, you know, been my mains, with being like Captain Falcon, Mario, Wolf, Marth, I think even like Simon and Richter. But Pit and Dark Pit, at one point they were characters. They were two characters that I actually wanted to like have as mains, as like some characters that I feel like I am like really good with and like can like have as like some of my best characters. And like, you know, I did practice as the two of them, I really did, but I feel like it just didn't really go much further than that. They just became characters I just kind of play from time to time, just here and there, nothing really too serious. But yeah, you know, they're just characters I still like to play, but not really like mains or whatever, which is kind of a shame because I do like them, but I just never I never took the time to really like, yeah, just put as like too much effort into them. Especially since I already have like other characters that I just feel a lot more better as, like just playing as like having my mains. So like I feel those characters are just like a lot more worthy to be like up there. Damn, I just tech that? That's crazy. He's at over 200%. That's insane. I've never seen any characters so far to live for that long. Ooh, that worked. I'm so sorry. It had to be caught up in that Toon Link. You were just kind of there. It just happened. It just happened. Also, Ludwig, that's my boy. And also, yeah, Mario Circuit. This is another stage we like never play on. So pretty cool that we're getting this one after like, you know, after all these times. What's the most frequent stage? I think either like Garden of Hope or like either Town and City / Smashville are typically like the main stages we get to like play on here in All-Star mode. I feel like specifically in this round. I feel like other stages I don't really play. I know I've seen there were definitely a few times where what's it called, Castle Siege was played, maybe like once or twice. But then like that's maybe about it. I don't think, yeah, it's kind of it, isn't it? It's chill. Please relax. There we go, get that. I went for a forward smash, I promise you. Beautiful, okay. 120% on the second round is insane to me. I think I have to heal. I might have to. Do I risk it? You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna heal this round. Try my absolute hardest to not take that much damage in the round itself. So then I have like, you know, then I'll be in a better situation for the round afterwards, which is like, you know, one of the first of the scary rounds. Let me just like bully Ganondorf for a bit. Can we just talk about how that forwarder just did nothing? How did it not even touch Ganondorf there? I'm shocked. Okay, I need to lock in for a moment here, just so I can like really be in my element. Oh man, Pit, one thing that Pit definitely struggles with is just getting KOs. He can do damage, he can definitely do some damage, but like I can't get KO super easily as someone like Pit. And like again, you know, All-Star mode is that mode where like you need to really just like get KOs on your opponents and like try and get them out as quick as you possibly can. But Pit's not really a character that's super well designed for that, which is kind of a shame. Kind of in a similar boat to someone like Sheik, where like you want just like they're characters that you kind of just need to rack up damage with as much as possible. And then once your opponent is at a high enough damage, that's when you can finally go for like the killing blow, right? But yeah, it doesn't work super well in a mode like All-Star mode. In Classic mode, it could work theoretically, but All-Star mode, when it's like all about surviving, it's like a gauntlet of enemies essentially. It's a bit more difficult for that to like really like pass and like be good. Get that up smash. Up smash is gonna be a good option. I think any of my smash attacks are pretty solid. I don't know exactly which of his smash attacks is the strongest in terms of like knockback. Up smash is doing quite a lot. I think it's between up and side for sure. It's one of those two that's you know are doing the most. Down smash is like pretty good to like just cover two sides with, but I don't think it has as much killing option or killing potential as the other two do. So that's just, yeah, that's my guess. All right, now this is the first of the scary ones. Oh my gosh, why are we back on Orbital Gate Assault? Are you joking with me? Not a stage I want to play on. Genuinely not a stage I want to play on. Okay, before I like start talking and yapping about other stuff, about some fun stuff, let me like just concentrate real quick. Now, unlike some characters, at least like Pit has a really good recovery. So like, if something does end up happening, no way. If something does end up happening, I can still recover from low, right? Should be able to like live in many different situations. There we go. It's Meta Knight gone. I need to be careful, just like damage-wise. There goes, okay, there goes Wario, sure. There's Falco. Nope, does not hit. Sure. Man, this part of the stage sucks too. I gotta like maybe just chill here, I guess, probably. Diddy was dodging all of that stuff, that's crazy. Okay, there we go, let's chill, let's chill. Oh, Sonic again with that freaking spin dash. Relax, relax. Can we not like play on Dreamland or something like that? That'd be so much better. Of a stage to play on. Stop, Kirby, relax. Yeah, stay back, please. Oh my gosh. Boom, boom. There goes Kirby. There goes Sonic. I'm glad he missed with that hit. Can you not, DDD? Damn, where is he going? Where am I? Get out of here. Does that kill? Nice, okay. Ooh, 120 sucks. I don't really have much like healing items. I already used the fairy bottle. Do I just go do I just go empty? Because empty is gonna put me at 70, I believe. 70 is gonna be, I could maybe do 70% on this round. I think I can, and then we'll do Heart Container for the last two. As we usually do, but like, I don't know, I'm still a little worried. Still a little bit worried. And we're playing on Yoshi's Island. Freaking heck. Anyways, as I'm doing this, this recent weekend was actually kind of fun. You know, something nice and carefree to just like briefly mention and just talk about. But I actually your boy went to a little bit of a concert at Madison Square Garden on October 18th, 2025, and it was very fun. I took one of my friends with me, one of my close friends, and we went to see Tate McRae. Yeah, out of all artists like that you would expect me to listen to, you probably wouldn't expect an artist like that, but like, yeah, I do. I really like her music, and it's actually pretty solid. The friend I did take as actually like the main one who actually, got me introduced to her music, and like I was like, if there's anyone to take to the concert, it's got to be him, right? He's like the biggest Tate fan that I know of. So it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. It was kind of funny because like I feel like the majority of the audience, which is like just a bunch of teenage girls or just like young adult girls. I guess it's probably like main demographic, main audience of hers anyways. Which is kind of fun because I feel like me and him were just like almost like sticking out like sore thumbs in a way. So it was a little goofy, but it was still a lot of fun. Definitely jammed out to a lot of songs. I knew of the songs. I did listen to like her entire discography like the week leading up to the concert. or even just like the days leading up to the concert. But I wasn't like super familiar, right? I didn't know her songs like to that extent, right? But I did. There was still ones I did know pretty well, and I felt confident, just like, you know, and belting out, like when they showed up at the show. But yeah, still a lot of fun. I just love going to concerts. If there's an artist that I do enjoy to some extent and I want to go see live, hey, I'm gonna try and go see them live. You know what I mean? I think in December, if I'm not mistaken, the Jonas Brothers are actually going to be in New York somewhere. I forget what the place is going to be, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be there. I'm going to potentially see if I can, you know, go to that one. I mean, I've liked the Jonas Brothers. I've enjoyed some of their music for many years, since I was a little kid. But I don't know them that well, like their music that super well. Maybe like in the months, I guess in the weeks or whatever leading up to that concert, before I even like buy tickets or whatever, I'll try and like get more into her discography and just like see what I like, what I don't like, just like become a bit more familiar with the artist, with the band, before I decide to shell out money to go see them live. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I want to make sure I know the artist at least to a decent extent before I go watch, you know, see them in a concert. But yeah, you know, I'm still trying to see some more concerts here and there. There are not many like showing up here in 2025. The year's almost over. But there's still a few things showing up, sort of. More so looking forward to what's potentially gonna happen next year. I know my girl Ariana Grande is gonna be having a mini tour in like the summer, which I'm definitely still trying to get like seats for that, chicken tickets for that. I'm gonna try my damn hardest to get like front row seats for that concert, for one of the July concerts. I don't know if it's gonna be possible at this point in time, but I'm gonna try I'm gonna try as hard as I possibly can. That was scary. And I don't know, some other artists might tour, and I'll see what happens. Can you leave Duck Hunt? Boo, son of a gun. He was trying so hard with that can, it's insane. Almost went for the snipe. Alright, well, we're down for the last match though. We got one more to go before we end things off. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna play on Delfino again? That's my guess. That's my guess. I feel like we always play on Delfino, and it always happens, but let's see. It's gonna be Luigi's Mansion. Okay, sure. Another stage we can play on quite a lot, but I'm down for this. You know, anything we better than Pac-Land. To be honest, we had like I think 2 episodes in a row, the rare 2 episodes, where Pac-Land was actually like present as the final stage. And yeah, I didn't like it. I did not like it. I survived, right? But like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Can I do something? Can I do anything? Can I do anything? These stupid freaking enemies, man, just come on me. I took like over 70% in that one interaction. That was insane. Okay, Pac-Man, please just stop. Don't perfect shield all of my stuff. You disgusting. Never mind. I'm not gonna continue with that. Oh, Mario, you tried there. I'll be fine. I don't think I'm gonna die anytime soon. I'm at over 100%, but like nothing's really, I don't think they have anything crazy that's gonna really like hit me hard. Pac-Man, you are disgusting for that. I had DK in my freaking grasp there. Get out of here. He has like no damage on him too. There goes Mario, okay. I'm a little bit worried about Game & Watch. If he hits me with like a judge, that could be a problem. There we go, double killing those two. Let's get Game & Watch out of here. Don't you dare be dodging my stuff. Oh my gosh, 157. 157, but we did it. That was stressful. Those last 2 matches were damn stressful, but at least I did it, and that's all that matters. Got a new move for Bowser. Not bad, very decent score actually. 3.1 million. I will absolutely take that any day of the week. Okay, into the credits we go. That trophy is really good at the 3 sacred treasures. Damn, it looks really freaking nice. You know, again, it's like I mention this all the time, but they really should have made like real life trophies. of those All-Star mode trophies, the final smashes. I know it'll be really damn difficult, probably even impossible for some of them, but man, it would be really cool just to see them in real life and in person. But if only that was a possibility in this real world. At this point, it's kind of too late. We do have like amiibos nowadays, which is cool, but like it's only of the characters themselves, and they're like their base poses, not really their final smashes or anything. Plus, like, you know, in Ultimate, we don't even have final smash trophies anymore. Like those don't even exist in that game. So like, you know, for some characters, sure, like we can base off their final smash trophies. Real life, I guess, amiibos, right, off of like their brawl or how they look like both in Brawl and Smash 4. But in some newer characters, you can't, because they don't really have a trophy unless you make something new. That's like the only option, which is kind of a shame. But what can you do? What can you freaking do? Pit though, still a fun run. You know, I did struggle a bit, as you saw towards the end of that. Or just for the majority of it, I was struggling a bit, trying to get like damage on, and like getting my KOs especially. But I'm still happy at the final results. Did actually a lot better than like some characters. Funny enough, I did a lot better than some characters that have played us so far. Nice, 100%, very clean. That's a pretty cool image in the background though. Based off Kid Icarus Uprising, the boys Pit and Magnus just like kind of chilling with each other, and then of course Palutena in the background, kind of being like the guidance. If I remember Kid Icarus Uprising, they kind of knew each other, right? And like Palutena was just kind of the voice. She's like. Magnus was like a soldier or something, a mercenary, I forget what his role was. Then he like met Pit and he just became like friends. Yeah, it was a cool kind of like relationship that they kind of had with each other. There you go, not bad. Not bad at all. Pit was a lot of fun. Okay, not bad. Let's go ahead and check out our Final Smash trophy. See what this one is gonna look like. I mean, we already saw how it looks like, but I want to see it in its full glory again. 3 sacred treasures: the Arrow of Light, the Wings of Pegasus, and the Mirror Shield. 3 legendary artifacts that Pit once used to defeat the evil Medusa. When you activate Pit's Final Smash, you can use them in this game too. After firing a barrage of different bow attacks, his final shot will cause powerful light pillars to rain down on the battlefield. And no, nothing in the Pearson section. This one could have easily done like Kid Icarus or even Uprising. So, you know, they played big parts in those 2 games. But what can you do? What can you do? It's still a really cool trophy. It's like one of my favorites so far, probably. Anyways, that is all for today's episode of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. In the next one, we're going to be heading through All-Star mode. I'm going to run through as, of course, who else but Palutena. I'm a little bit worried about this one, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Social media, including the Twitch, and all the other channels are, of course, down in the description. And I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Pop-Tarts, out.